edge, or at least this show seems to show that.
Yeah.
What is it that keeps you saying, one more thing, let me try something else?
I think that, you know, I kind of say in the show, I never feel so alive when I'm as close to death as this. But that was something that kind of was, I didn't know, this wasn't the idea. If the original show wasn't going to be this, it was going to be, in my mind, it was going to be a blue zone where I meet really interesting people who've kind of,
cool too.
But which is a great idea, but that nobody, the studios were like, we'll throw you out of the plane, down the, see if you can survive this. And I was like, works for my slightly, you know, overly active brain and, you know, impulsive nature. So, but I think that, you know, ultimately, the takeaway for me was really that I'm never more present when I'm feeling connected, and for me, that feeling of being pushing through my edge was what made me feel super present and connected. And then how do I condense that and take that into my everyday life? So in my, you know, how am I more present than normal? How am I able to kind of, and I think the feeling of being capable, the feeling that I actually did this.
Yeah.
If I can do that, I can do anything.
Yeah.
And I think when you push through, when you go through what you think you can't do, and you do it, it's like a badge of honor, and you wear that through life. And then you're like, oh, I did that. You know what? I can do this.
Yeah.
You know, and for some people, it's like, I don't know if I can walk down the street today. You know, and by the way, I wake up with that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, I'm just a myriad of, you know, insanity in my brain. But I'm like, yeah, but I'm still the guy that did that. You know, it's like, in a way, you know, you're a collector of experiences, and you just keep pushing the edge. And I hope that people see the show and go, well, what would I do that would take me out of my comfort zone?
Yeah. It can be something as simple as learning a new skill.
Stand up, go, or be in a, you know, be in a, like, maybe it's being a public speaker, or being in a social environment, or maybe it's, you know, there are tons of things that people, I honestly had the greatest stage fright. That was my biggest fear. As a child, I was on stage, I would be terrified. Going, just before I went on stage, abject fear.
A lot of people, when we mentioned Katy Perry, we know you're a couple, but you guys have just been engaged forever. Is that just the plan?
Well, COVID put a kind of in the works, so we had all these grand plans that we can't execute until now. She's got new music coming.
Yeah.
Oh, does she have new? We saw that little bag.
Yes, there'll be. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I better be careful about what I say.
Okay, be careful, be careful. Okay, be careful.
Fear.
There's a lot of cool things happening.
We know that new music.
But essentially, you know, there's like a schedule, and you know,
so
you can imagine. So it's like there's many moving parts, but to get us to do something like that.
Do you feel like you need that, or do you?
I don't even know that we do. It's not. We have this daughter. You know, it's not. It's just. I mean, I do actually think one of the things I really admire is people who can. I think relationships. I think that actually, like, as I'm like, oh wow, you know that somebody's done the work if they've stated it. And by the way, some people can't, and some people it's just not the right thing. But some people figure it out. Some people, you know, there's no judgment or expectation. But I'm like, I think we kind of just demand that we kind of get up every day, and she challenges me, I challenge her. We're gonna do it. We're gonna, you know,
keep committing.
I choose you today, and tomorrow, or whatever you choose. But it's a daily thing, right?
Yes, it is.
Sometimes it's like, I know she looks at me as if I'm. And I'm like, okay. And it's the same thing, by the way.
Yeah, that's life.
I'm going on a long walk right now. The dog needs to go.
Exactly. That's life.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Orlando,
you're
you're a great human.
You
Thank
really
you
are.
so much. Thanks for coming to see us. You can catch all the episodes of Orlando Bloom to the Edge. They're available now on our sister streaming network, Peacock.
Okay, and I think you can get Toda to jump out of a plane.
Yes, jump out of a plane.
Do
Why
it?
not? Yeah, do it.
She's doing it.
Do it.
She's
We'd
gonna do
love it. It would be fantastic.
It's going to be fantastic. Coming up next, how to find the right foundation for your skin. Bobby's